What's up, my YouTube family? If you all remember yesterday, I did a tour of a smart house, right? As a matter of fact, I was living in a smart house for some time and I actually met this gentleman that, has passion for automating homes and kind of like making life, better, making people live smarter and all of these cool things, And I was curious to know his story because I'm like, this is not something that anybody would just wake up and say, oh, I want to automate people's home, I want to make people live in smart homes and all, right? I'd like to know the story, and especially if you're an African, if you're a Nigerian, right? It's good we always let the world know what's happening in this part of the world. It's not just, crime and killing that are happening. I mean, amazing things, technology is going on smoothly right here in this part of the world. So in today's video, I'm going to interview him and he's going to tell us how you all can even key into this technology as well. He can replicate the same thing for you. So I know you're curious, all right? But one thing you guys should know, we are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of June. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please help subscribe and share our videos so we can get discovered by even more people. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting me all through this journey, all right? So I'm just going to invite the gentleman and we're going to start having that conversation, all right? So I hope we actually have a great conversation that would inspire people. But first of all, before I even start going deeply into the business, I'm going to, because I always reiterate this over and over, behind every glory, behind any invention we see, there's usually something that triggers it, right? So I'm going to first ask you, like, what's your story? Not about the business, like how was it like for you growing up? Why am I actually asking this question is I want to know how you were able to get interest in something like this, because I found out that most of the time it often has to do with your upbringing, your background. So just tell us, you growing up, secondary school, university, how your parents was, how you lived, and what are the things you were exposed to at a very young age, and then we're going to pick up the conversation from there.
Okay. Well, when I was growing up, I was kind of exposed to a lot of tech stuff.
Yeah.
So my family always had something new, kind of the latest things that came out.
Oh, see, told you guys.
Yeah, and I was always that kind of kid that whenever they bought a toy, I'll be the first person to break it down to see how
I was going to say that.
Yeah. So I'll literally break it down, and then the thing is, I won't be able to fix it back.
You're just curious, like you want to see what's in there.
I want to see what makes it roll, what makes it, turn.
Yeah.
But then over time, I started, putting things together. Any little thing I'll fix. I became more handy, right? So in that sense, you start to, try to make things easier for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You construct, I was constructing things. I was building chairs, tables.
Did you do this one where you're going to put two batteries and bring light out of it?
I did cars, small toy cars.
Wow.
Right?
How would you consider your family, like average, poor, average, rich? How would you categorize like your family?
Average, average. We're middle class.
Middle class, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're middle class. So you don't really have to be rich.
Yeah.
To do all
because that's the excuse most people are going to say, like, oh, this guy, don't worry, he came from a very good background.
No, we didn't even come from there. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just the drive, the passion.
So from fixing these toys,
what I started entering computer stuff.
Okay.
Trying to see, okay, how does this program work?
Yeah.
Started taking classes, and then before you know, I moved to Canada, right, and then I got into university, took some classes there. That actually increased my exposure to tech.
So are you going to say you going to Canada to study actually expose you to a new experience that if you were in Nigeria, you would have not really gotten? Is that what you're trying to say, or you're trying to say vice versa? I just want us to be like really clear so people really, because we can easily get misunderstood. So just be very clear. Did Canada broaden your experience or not? Would you have achieved the same thing if you were right here in Nigeria?
It would have taken longer.
Okay.
If I was in Nigeria to be able to do certain things.
Oh.
Right? But Canada made it quicker. Right? So now the thing about Canada is most people that have some sort of talent,
Yeah.
right? When they leave Nigeria to go to Canada, right, to try and broaden their talent, you find out that they don't even want to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in a working society.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. The brain drain is quite high, especially
Yeah.
right now, right? But then I kind of like saw a void, like there was a space that wasn't tapped in Nigeria, right? And then people would think, oh, like when I started automation, I got all sorts of comments, like this will never work.
This how many years ago?
This was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Right? They'll tell you this will never work. There's no light in Nigeria. There's no internet in Nigeria. This is not, you're wasting your
all
time.
those myths, they're just myths. Like
They're
literally,
myths.
you were telling me
Yeah,
about
and
5G that doesn't really.
It's in Nigeria.
Wow.
Right? And then you find out that people start to run away from tech.
From tech,
like
yeah.
this.
But that was not the case for you.
But that
So you
was
even
not-
kept going deep.
I came up with ways to go around it. So now, on our Ritzman enterprise,
Yeah.
when we do automations, we try to create new solutions, right, to different kind of problems. So the first problem we saw was, okay, how do we go about this internet wahala? Not necessarily wahala, but to gain people's trust, right?
Yeah.
Because they are always screaming about internet. Once you don't have internet, your automation is not going to work.
Yeah.
But then we found a way that, we found a solution that, okay, we could actually automate a home without internet.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And we do it wirelessly. We don't have to break your walls. So that means I can literally automate a home that's fully furnished like this. Right? Actually, my friend's place was fully furnished. All this was here when we automated his house. Right? So it's just a matter of putting the latest tech in switches, in routing network, gateways, right? And that all came together.
So would you say you failed? Was this the first thing you actually ventured into? Have you failed in something, or while trying to figure this whole automation thing, did you fail in any part? Like, I want to know.
No,
Or was it just a straight line for you?
Well, I wanted to be an architect.
Right.
Right? But then I found I loved buildings. Right? I love design. Right? I love things that wow people.
Yeah.
Right? And that kind of like also drives me. And then when I see, especially when I see certain things going, the way people accept the low standard of things,
Yeah.
I don't go with that. I always try to be at the top, not necessarily, I try to be amongst the best.
And I'm just going to say quickly, sorry to deviate a bit, kind of like comment on the smart home functionality you see in Nigeria. Just put your 2 cents on it. Like, what do you think so far? I mean, you know, you've obviously exposed yourself into like the Lagos real estate market. Like, what's happening in there? Before I even say my mind on that.
It's growing. It's something people are actually tapping into.
Yeah.
You find out that most developers and most real estate people are trying to get into it.
Yeah.
Right? But then they are not exposed to how far you can go. Right? It's not just about turning off a switch and turning it back on with Alexa or Google or HomeKit.
Yeah.
Right? It's far, 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 far more than that. Right? And that's the aspect that most people don't know yet. Right? Your security, your cameras, your robot cleaners, not just the lame, dumb ones, the actual smart ones. Right?
Security systems. That's what I'm really passionate about.
Especially security systems are very important. The reason I actually ventured into that aspect was because there was a time frame, I think not too long ago, when the whole NSAS thing was going on.
Yeah. Oh, you
Right?
thought about security. Yeah.
Security was on everybody. Right now, it's still on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay, then how do you keep yourself secured in a smart home? Right? So Google knows, okay, if everybody's at home, lock the doors. Turn up the lights. Anybody senses anybody outside the compound, it sends the person's picture to your phone. right?
Yeah.
If somebody weird is in the house, every single person that comes to your house, it takes a picture of the person, saves it, tells you if you know the person. If you do, it gives the person a pass. If it doesn't, and the person comes back again, it's going to warn you that that person has come back to your house. What do you want to do?
And you even mentioned that each person have like a color.
If each person has a file, literally.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this, like, I don't know if this function works or it's integrating
actually
to.
works.
No, I mean the fact where when the camera or the sensor sees somebody or detects a likely theft, can it like send signals to the police department?
Yeah. So what our security system does, it calls at least 5 numbers. You can save those 5 numbers as you, your spouse, your estate security. So we've actually done some, some contracts with some estates,
Yeah.
right? Your security agents, and then if you want, the police, right? Or your fire department. So what that system does is that once it detects smoke, water leakage, or if somebody detects somebody in the house,
Yeah.
it will call your number. Try it 3 times. If it can't get to you, it will call the next number in priority, right? So it makes sure it lets everybody know what's happening in the house.
Yeah.
And it's going to send a broad text message straight up to everybody in the house. So that way you're always aware with what's going on in your place. So
Yeah.
it gives you not necessarily, it's not going to fight anybody. So it's not going to fight anybody, right? It's just going to try and make you aware of your surrounding and also keep the bad guys out.
Awesome. And I mean, I'm really intrigued by this technology, and I don't know, how many people have you been able to, do this for? How many homes have you automated right from when you decided to start to now?
So we've done at least more than 45 homes.
Wow, you have enabled, let's put it this way, you have enabled 45 smart homes.
45 fully
Smart homes,
Yeah.
wow.
There are some people that just take niche, just little things here, here and there. But 45 fully, like what you see here, 45 of them. And we're counting, we're hoping to hit 100
by the end of the year.
by the end of the year. Right.
So down to the question that most people watching this video are really interested in is, what does it really cost to fully, emphasis on the word fully,
Okay.
automate a house, like make a house a smart home?
All right. So, the way we packaged our let's say our price list, right, is that we put them in different packages.
Yeah.
Right. So that it's able to tailor to people's budget and people's need.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's say you live in a 3-bedroom apartment, but you don't want each bedroom to be automated. You just want your living room, your kitchen, and maybe one master bedroom in an apartment. We'll suggest the bronze package. So now the bronze package goes from about 500 to 950K.
I mean, that right? Works. Yeah.
And that works for everybody. And you get all the perks. You get the DSTV control, the lighting, at least one camera, and the AC control. So that's tailored to most people, right? And then if you want to step up from there, we give you the silver package. Now the silver package goes for about 1.9 to 2.5. That's when we're now getting to the big stars. That's when you want to do your master bed. You want everything out, everything, right? You want the robot cleaner. You want the curtains, at least. No, actually, the curtains come in the gold package. So you want the security system. You want a few cameras. You want the gate control, DSTV control in both the masters and your living room.
Yeah.
That's the silver package. Then we have the gold package. Gold package now goes from the 3.3 million to let's say 4 million, right?
Okay.
So now the gold package this is where your entire house, so most people, like, you have a 5-bedroom, right?
Everything's automated.
Everything's automated.
Wow.
Your
Wow.
lighting, and you have little screens, kind of like what you saw in our
Yeah.
show house.
Because I know so far in your friend's house, I saw like at least 5-6 screens or so.
Yeah, we have a lot of screens. Because most Nigerians, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are more attracted to what they can see,
Yeah.
right? Not what they know, because what they can see.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? So we'll put more emphasis on the kinds of hardware that people are able to touch and see.
Yeah.
Which is the screens, the speakers, the switches, right? And the sensors. So you have to be nice looking, and those are actually don't come cheap to procure.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
Just the last package is the diamond.
Okay.
Now the diamond is for the
Top ballers.
The top.
The 1% of the 1%.
1% of the 1% of the 1%.
How much is that for going for?
So now that actually doesn't have a cap. Right?
Oh, tell us it for you. Just
Yeah, you want this, you want that, you want me to do everything.
Well, I mean, friendly package, friendly. But just for my viewers, is there like a special deal you can give to them, or you would rather they contact you and you make that happen for them?
Yeah, okay, it's no problem. We could call it what? The Steven deal.
Yeah, Steven YouTube family deal, you know.
Steven YouTube family deal.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
So okay, his contact information, everything you need is going to be in the description, so you can as well check that. All right. So thank you so much. We're just running up the last question. As a matter of fact, I like asking this question to everybody that I interview on my channel. If you had the chance to change something in Nigeria or in Africa, just if you had the chance to change one thing, what's it going to be?
If I had a chance to change, you want to put me inside trouble.
Just tell me, like, just tell me, like, one thing you would love to change if you had the opportunity to, in Africa, Nigeria, Lagos.
Okay, in Africa.
Not necessarily, like, you can go down, you can specify to Nigeria or Lagos particularly, or even Lekki where we stay, right?
No, if there's one thing I actually want to change is the educational system. It's quite poor, right? And I feel it's the reason why Nigeria is in the state it's in today. You can talk about a whole lot of things, religion, blah, blah, blah. The root cause of everything is
Education.
education. Most Nigerians are not educated, and the ones that are, you see how far they go. Really, like in every other country, I've been to a number of countries.
How many countries have you been to? What's your favorite?
Well, most places in North America and
Okay.
EU, right? And you find out that most Nigerians there are the one clearing all the grades,
Wow.
the ones the
Yeah.
dean's list, and it's quite sad because
When you
you
come
know,
down
when you
here,
come down here,
they don't do well.
It's not that they don't do well; they still do well.
But the system, I think it has
the
something to do with the
system
system.
is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
tailored to the youth,
Yeah.
right? So that's something that I feel if I could change, would be able to change. And that's the main thing that would change Nigeria, not
So guys, I just had a chit chat with the founder of Ritzman Smart Home Automation right here in Lagos, Nigeria. I mean, as you guys know and you've heard, there's so much going on in this part of the world or this part of technology that we're not really, you know, exposed to. And with guys like this, with companies like this, you can bridge the gap between a boring home, a smart home, or a not smart home and a smart home, right? So that's what it is for this particular video. Now, more information, if you want to get these services, he has a special offer for us. You just have to reach out to him and tell him that you came off from this video. All right, check in the description, you're going to see details for all of that. And I'm not going to forget to slide this in. Don't forget, we're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of June. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that and share our videos so we can get discovered by more people, and we are not going to disappoint you with awesome videos. My name is Steven, and
Christian.
Until next time on this segment, we are going to see soon. Right, see you guys. Guys, how many minutes was that? Right, that's Adesola.